outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. That nigga ball like game 6. That nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bush and you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. I gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bush and you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, this the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. The haters hella fake, I know what enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm an aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bush and you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Navy. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. All that like us niggas up in game 6. Busy with the bush and you can save it. All that like us niggas up in game 6.
Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're Trappers Type at TNN Trap News Network. We back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's news you can use. It's knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. Notification bell here all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Like, comment, subscribe for more of what we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We finna slide into this good content, man, but before we do, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Anything we got going on, you want to be a part of, hit us up on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX, especially if you want to be a Trap News Network correspondent. We finna jump into this content without no further do's or don'ts, man. Let's jump into a big world, small chat, big world, small chat. He says Flakko got some things going on that's gonna make him quit no jumper. We have been here to the next one. Well, we're finna jump into the next one. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I told y'all Sharp was distancing himself from no jumper, and then he left.
No jumper's in a whole different trajectory right now, and I don't think it involves me.
I said Brick Baby was quietly being pushed out. Then he brings a gun to the podcast. Next thing you know, he was arrested. I predicted Almighty Suspect was out the door. Adam's going to find someone else to fire. And honestly, it's either going to be Poetic Flakko or Almighty Suspect. Then boom, he brings a knife, gets fired, and goes to jail. I even called out Josh for being zesty before the Reddit really started to catch on. And a lot of people called me a liar and saying they didn't believe me. So I'm just gonna provide further proof.
His parents gonna everybody. Yeah. I don't even know if white girls like me. You feel me?
Nah, they like you.
So even for me to even explore that type of shit.
all types of people like you. You're pretty universal.
Pause.
Pause.
Nah, Josh, nah. Listen, man, you for sure just called him cute. You for sure just called him universally cute. That's crazy.
I said universally appealing.
Josh trying to holler at me, homie.
Need I say more? And now I believe Flakko talked Adam into letting him run No Jumper or he's leaving. Here's the proof. So a little bit over a month ago, Poetic Flakko mentioned him trying to separate himself from this space as he was about to launch a new podcast.
Like where I'm trying to go to, especially bro, like with the launch of like my podcast, this low hanging shit you niggas is on. Y'all got the gangbang content, bro. Like y'all got it, bro. Like I'm not, bro. This is not what I'm trying to do, bro. Like y'all got it. So if anybody thinks that I'm taking up like real estate and inner space, bro, y'all got it. I just feel like at some point the content becomes harmful, and I just don't want to do the harmful stuff no more.
Now, something interesting I wanted to highlight. Sharp left whenever he wanted to because he wasn't under contract. Brick Baby, he got arrested. Almighty Suspect broke his contract by bringing the weapon to the office and threatening to use it in a violent manner. So he broke his contract. So, if you were to ask me, Flakko is definitely still under contract, and that's why he can't part ways yet.
We gotta introduce him. He knew. It's Poetic Flakko.
Now, when Poetic Flakko first showed up to No Jumper, he was the naive, impressionable Flakko. He was just really trying to fit in, and he was just trying to get along with everybody. But around the time that T-Rail and AD were about to get out the door, Flakko had already kind of got into a situation with Lush where he wanted to get his one-on-one, his squabbles, and everyone bigged him up about it and really boosted his confidence up. And from that point onward, he really started to transition towards street journalist Flakko.
Quote unquote like the street niggas, right? They dislike me because I'm truly who they want to be. I'm honest, I can tell and rap with no consequences, and these really want to beat me. Listen, bro.
By the time Poetic Flakko did this interview, he was one of the biggest things that No Jumper had at the time. AD left, T-Rail left, House Phone left, Blazzy left, Pot Lord left, Yuri left, Lush left, Gina left. It was a whole bunch of people who were gone. And Poetic Flakko was really carrying the torch, and him and Adam were really building a good rapport. Although Poetic Flakko was actually picking up some good steam on his own channel, making some good money. But with more money and more views comes more problems, especially the way that Poetic Flakko was carrying himself. And it seems like in recent times, Flakko's views haven't really been aligning with the way that No Jumper has been heading, as we're now heading into the political and religious Flakko era.
I'm Muslim though, so you feel me? Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna break down this No Jumper power pyramid for you guys. So at the very top, obviously you got Adam.
Now, we've already known for a while now that Flakko's been trying his best to like backstab Adam. There's been so many accounts and so many occasions where he's crossed ADAM22 out, where he's disrespected ADAM22, where he's just done little flam, skullduggs, and larcenies to get ADAM22 out the way, or to basically, for lack of better words, even just try to, just double cross, full blown, take advantage of Adam. Now we see passive aggressive attacks at Adam from Flakko and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting to see how this thing goes back and forth between the two of them. We also know that Adam isn't stupid. He sees everything that Flakko's doing. So if you think for a second that Flakko is getting away with anything, or, Adam can't see exactly what's going on, you got another thing coming. Flakko is just honestly probably not smart enough to beat Adam. And Adam knows how he has him locked in as something that is overall beneficial to Adam, and that's Flakko. And then above all, past that, you better believe that Flakko thinks that even if he only in his own mind thinks he has something on Adam that will be able to, kind of flam and skulldug him. So we'll see how this goes.
I'm Muslim though, so you feel me? Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna break down this No Jumper power pyramid for you guys. So at the very top, obviously you got Adam. Right below him, there's two people, Josh and a mystery head. That mystery head's Laura. Next level down, you got Poetic Flakko, Whack 100, and Remo. Under them, you've got Lush, Gunner, Mikey, Vashti if she's still around, and the rest trickles down from there. But look, just from this pyramid alone, you can see Flakko is way higher in the power pyramid than most people realize. He's arguably even higher than Whack and Remo. And yeah, Adam has said he values Remo's opinion and asks him for honest advice, but Flakko is the one who brought Remo to No Jumper in the first place. So when you really look at it, Flakko is shaping this new No Jumper era as we know it.
You put on Viral Way over here, you put on Bro Rogan over here, you put on fucking hella people, Brandon, you know what I mean?
And there's more coming.
Now here's where the story really starts to shift. So boom, we already knew Almighty Suspect didn't mess with Brandon, but when they sat down on camera, it exploded. like his watch. This fight wasn't just viral. It might have changed how No Jumper handles business behind the scenes. Here's the key part. Before this, Brandon was just a loud, unpaid voice on the couch. After this, suddenly he's on salary, he's got a position, a title, respect.
It is.
So is it Brandon's fault then? Because Brandon originally...
He's not a No Jumper employee.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, he is.
Bro, he's your employee now.
He was not a No Jumper employee. You were the employee who they were saying, yo.
He is technically on the same status of employment as me.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Well, damn, that's bad. Get your rates up.
I just work more than him.
He don't get a check.
Do you feel bad for him?
You sure about that?
Hey, listen.
Hey, man, we're not getting into that. Let's
How
start,
sure about that are you?
let's start to the subject, man. Let's get to the subject.
No.
Yeah, let's get to the subject.
How sure are you that he doesn't get a check?
As recent as last week, he wasn't getting a check. At the time of y'all scheduling that shit,
that's true. But most of us are technically independent contractors.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Man, that's crazy.
Well, there's very few. I'm not trying to say too much, but
You might be saying too much right now.
I know, right?
I'm trying to save you, dog.
Brandon works here.
Watch it, Lush. You know what Adam did last time you said too much.
You lied to me.
What?
You lied to me, Lush.
About what?
Now, I'm not saying Brandon threatened a lawsuit, but after the knife came out, Adam had to cover himself. And the fastest way to do that, make Brandon an employee. That moment turned Brandon from a co-host into a power player. But here's the twist. Brandon didn't just show up to crack jokes and debate rap. He came to transform the platform. He's the type to bring up slavery, capitalism, religion. He don't care about Gunna's paperwork. He'd rather get into how Skittles and M&Ms affect black people. And this is the exact direction that Flakko wants to take the platform. And this ain't the old Flakko anymore. He's doing interviews outside No Jumper, $42K a month in revenue, getting shout outs from academics, and he's built a whole fan base for his Poetic Flakko channel. Flakko wants control, and he thinks that he's earned it. In his eyes, this is his platform now.
I'm the reason why Ant is in the building, me, Flakko.
But you can't be
You're the
around
reason
him.
all of us in the
But
building.
listen,
But not everyone else is on board with that, because you know how No Jumper works. There's always some tension in the room. You've got buddy Josh, who's been resisting Flakko's direction every step of the way. You got the Reddit calling Flakko a liar, the Josh and Remo versus Flakko debates getting clipped and posted. But the biggest sting, Remo, a dude Flakko brought in, has been siding with Josh more and more and siding against Flakko. Also, check this out. Adam just did a huge podcast with Vlad, Trap Lord Ross, DJ Academics, but Flakko wasn't there.
now it's clear to see that Remo has no respect for Flakko, none at all. And Josh blatantly doesn't like Flakko. Like, that's not anything that any of us haven't been able to see. The craziest part about this whole thing is how long will Flakko last under this pressure? Because little by little, the quiet press, the quiet, get your goofy ADAM22 up out of here is getting louder. It's getting louder. The silence is almost deafening. And you can feel the tension in the No Jumper office between Flakko and basically everybody, because nobody cares for this lying sack of idiocy. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up with Big Chat Small World. But I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I can see why at this point, because of all his lies, all his skullduggery, all his larceny, all his fluflammery, just blatant mistruth, no accountability. How long can Flakko be a fan favorite before the fans get tired of being spat on? Flacco's going to continue to piss on you and then tell you that it's rain. And then here's the thing, too. He's made countless disrespectful remarks towards the Mexican community, which is the pretty much core fan base of No Jumper. He calls them a bunch of stupid ADAM22, derogatory term for Mexicans with, who cross the border going through water and all that kind of stuff. So, again, I'm wondering how he's even made it this far with No Jumper in LA being a primarily Mexican city, with all these blatantly disrespectful remarks and his hatred towards brown people. Not really sure, but let's keep going.
And Flakko noticed, and he posted about it and left Remo's name out on purpose. That jealousy, that exclusion, that's when it probably clicked for Flakko. They may not be backing him like he thought they were. Now let's zoom out. Brandon is rising. Remo is flipping. Josh is challenging. Adam is challenging. Flacco's looking around like, so look, right? I'm the one who got y'all hot. He brought Brandon to the platform. He brought Viral Wage to the platform. He brought Bro Rogan to the platform. He brought Remo to the platform. In his eyes, he brought in the best performing co-hosts. And still no respect. No final say. No seat at the real table. So now it's simple. Flakko doesn't want to quit. He wants control. And if Adam doesn't give it to him, he's out. So what happens if Flakko dips? Does he spin off with Brandon? Does he make a Community World style exit, blowing everything up behind him so he can go build something even bigger on his own? Flakko doesn't need Adam to be successful anymore, but Adam, who has clearly lost his vision and his eye for talent, if he was to lose Flakko, what's left of No Jumper? Would he let Brandon, TF Third, and the Viral Way podcast take the reins? The very thing that Brick Baby feared the most, a Long Beach takeover?
Like,
You
what?
beef with them there?
I feel what you're saying, but that's a bad example.
Nigga, cut you picking different. You a Long Beach nigga now? You just bringing different Long Beach niggas up here.
Nah,
left and right.
He's bringing
left and right.
No,
That's
you
not
don't.
his first-
Or maybe Adam won't go that direction. Or maybe he'd let Wack take the reins, who recently brought in 607 Unk, who's had some very successful interviews on the platform this far. And I know you're probably thinking, Wack 100 and 607 Unk had beef. How did Wack bring him into the platform? That beef was fake. That was just to get his name out there, 607 Unk's name out there. Let's be real, guys. But anyways, maybe he won't go that route. Adam's even starting to look at Lush, who recently brought back Compo Raider, and possibly could bring more affiliates to the platform. Whatever Adam decides, it's clear that he himself has no idea where he wants the podcast to go, and he's just throwing paint at the wall, hoping something will stick. And the fans are not happy with it at all. Could this be the end of No Jumper? Could this be a bigger warning sign for drama content in general? Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz give their opinion on the subject.
People's lives are really tough right now. You want to kind of forget about how difficult your life is. You want to get lost in a world that is fun and entertaining. Eventually, when people's lives are really shitty, they're not going to just watch videos that are just tearing down everything because it's just going to remind them of their life. They want to get lost in some fantasy.
I know I ruined the generation. I know I did. I know I ruined the generation. You know what I mean? Because it's fun.
You have to pay attention to what culture wants.
As of Tuesday, June 10th, 2025, the No Jumper Show just had its greatest episode in a very long time, featuring many people that Poetic Flakko helped bring in, including Aunt Hefe, Brandon, they had 607 Unk, Munchie B, as well as Lush and Adam, but no Poetic Flakko.
Flakko, are you gonna join us today?
Yeah, just one second. Flakko cooking up, man.
Breaking one of Adam's biggest rules, no phones during the pod, as well as arguing a lot more with Adam, Josh, and even Remo, as well as Adam finding his best crew for the podcast, since the At the End of the Day Monday Show Reconnected era. If Flakko doesn't get his act together, lower his ego, and truly act like he wants to be a part of this crew, he may not be here much longer. But do you guys remember 16 Shot Him, the guy who swapped spit with Poetic Flakko? They got a podcast coming soon. Stay tuned.
If a nigga spit on me, nigga, it's war.
Hold on, Flakko. You and 16 are friends again? We plan on doing a podcast very shortly. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
So wait, Flakko, a nigga spit on you and now y'all co-workers?
Yep. Thanks for watching. You an actor. This shit real.
All I'm gonna say is doing a podcast with somebody who spat in your face and you made such a big deal about it, talking like you was a gangsta, saying that you slap people in the face. I'm people. He said he slapped me. Cross my face and you know all that wooty bam and all that, and now you finna bow down and do the podcast with the man who spat in your face. That's career suicide, and I think that Flakko's career is 100% over if he makes that move. His career is already over, but I think it's over if he makes that move and all that kind of stuff. Keep in mind, too, that Remo has been steadily replacing Flakko. There's been a lot of shade towards Remo from Flakko's direction. Like, example, when they had the Big Five of podcasting and Remo was there and Flakko wasn't, he left Remo out of that kind of stuff. Flakko's also Flakko's also always making little snarky remarks and little jabs at Remo, or, better yet, sometimes even, I don't even want to say snarky remarks, because the better way of saying it is you can tell how much Flakko hates Remo based off how he doesn't mention Remo. That's a better way to say it. And then he hides that lack of mention of Remo behind snarky remarks and disrespect. So you can clearly see that Flakko does have a disdain for Remo as well. But shout out to Big Chat Small World. We're going to see where this story continues to go. We up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red dot to the left. You know the rest, and it's free Avenue Angel till he's free. We go.